We here.
Yes, sir.
Hello, welcome back, everybody, to the 6ixYardBox podcast. We're here bringing you a 4-man edition of a remote pod, which, if you're an avid listener, you know is very rare on this show. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 77 of the podcast, where today we're going over some recent Premier League games, some recent League Cup action, including Arsenal's episode.
Triumphant.
And
Loss.
And in the spirit of the new year still, we're going over our bingo card of expected things to happen over the next year. And in a year, we're going to come back and see if it's correct. All that to come. But first, let's go around my StreamYard setup and talk to our host, Blake. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm bad because you guys are annoying me today. And you guys have all been on my ass for the whole 30 or however long we've been in the waiting room trying to figure stuff out. So I'm just annoyed in general, but it's okay. That's my role, right? I'm just a guinea pig that people pick at to make clips. So whatever, it's fine.
No, bro. It's because you're animated, you know?
Yeah.
You tend to fall for the bait. Antoine, how about you?
I'm doing good, and I'm glad to be back. It's been a long time, but I'm excited. I'm excited for 2025.
Hey, you've been spending some time in the motherland. How's that been?
It was good. I went to France and Spain. I visited.
Yeah. We thought about that.
Yeah, that clip. Maybe we'll put the clip in. But that clip of you at the dressing room was pretty. What was it, Bilbao?
Yeah, so I went to San Mamés Stadium, which is Bilbao's stadium.
Yeah. Actually, I'll put the clip in now. It's pretty good. You acting like Antoine Griezmann, just
Of course. I had to, I feel like I had to because I didn't even know I was gonna get to go on the pitch when I went inside because it's like a 15-euro visit. I thought it was just gonna be the museum inside because they only have a museum inside. Turns out you can go in the dressing room and the press conference room on the pitch. So I had to make the most out of it. It was fun.
The stadium where Barcelona just won, right?
No, they played it in Saudi.
Oh, of course they did.
who's like the best Bilbao player? Like Iker Muniain, is he
Right now?
Nico
it's probably
Williams, bro.
Muniain right now, probably.
Okay.
Like,
Is it
all
not
time?
Nico Williams?
Oh yeah, it's Nico Williams right now.
Low key, I've been seeing Nico Williams has not been performing. Has he not? Like stats wise, he hasn't been doing that
Really?
well.
I mean, I know they're 4th in La Liga, which is pretty good. But
I could be wrong.
Muniain, remember FIFA legend Adu Riz?
Ariteta
Of course,
bro.
Oh my God.
Dude, they love him over there. He's like everywhere.
Fair.
I bet. He's been there for time, innit? Yeah.
Yeah, this season he has in 17 games a goal and 3 assists. So not great, but he's probably playing well, doing other things. So whatever.
Speaking of motherland, Miles, welcome back to the pod.
Thank you. It feels good to be back. I'm glad we can make this work. I'm happy to be back. I know it's been a while, but this is like my first time in maybe like 8 months that I'm doing a podcast without messing with the camera. So like I'm kind of forgot that you're supposed to talk on this thing, and so I mean, but no, it's great to be back. I just got secured tickets to the North London Derby. So pray for me, I guess, or not, who knows. But everything's it's exciting, and I'm
How many days till you go to London?
Today we are recording on a Wednesday. I leave on on this Saturday, so just a few days.
Oh my God, dude.
Getting ready to go.
3 days.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah, exciting stuff. But glad that we can put some time aside. We do a little bit of the podcast, eh?
Yeah, man. I mean, I kind of hate to shit on you guys this quick, but you did give me the opportunity for a perfect little transition here. I think there's only one place to start, boys, and it's Arsenal, who have played twice since their last pod, Blake, and have drawn against Brighton, and then obviously lost to Newcastle yesterday. I wanna get your thoughts about Arsenal. So go ahead.
Miles hasn't been here for like a minute, so go ahead, Miles. I talk about them every week, so go ahead.
That's true. Where do I start? It's I think it's tough. We're going through a rough period right now. Saka needs a hamstring. And Nwaneri, the other guy who'd play on the right, seems like he's not come back for a few weeks. And it's like I try not think about it too much, because if you look at the root of it all, it feels very feels pretty sad, because at the end of the day, we have, as Blake mentions to us pretty much every chance he gets, we have Saka as our best finisher and kind of our only finisher. And I agree with him in that aspect most of the time. We can get a rare goal from somebody else every once in a while, but that doesn't seem to be happening a lot these days. But I'm the optimist. I'm optimistic. Sorry, I'm usually optimistic about stuff, and I'm hoping that one of these guys can step the fuck up, because it's a bit ridiculous. And the fact that we've been building this team for quite a few years now, and then you take away a star player, and somehow we just seem to be going back to fucking Arteta's team 3 or 4 years ago. So something needs to be done. Striker needs to be bought in January, and if not, get a loanee for 6 months for somebody you can get goals from. I don't know who that would be.
That doesn't exist. Oh my God, sorry.
I know it doesn't.
I was trying so hard not to interrupt, because I just wanted to hear what you had to say. But we're actually terrible. There's actually nothing good. Looking at this Arsenal, looking at this Arsenal team right now, there generally isn't a good thing that you look at. The only good thing about Arsenal right now is their defense and goalkeeper. You can't really improve. But I mean, the left back position has been weird all season because people have been injured. The fullbacks have been weird. The midfield has no consistency to it. There's no balance to anything right now. Odegaard is playing like Real Sociedad Odegaard, which is not good. The attack is genuinely the most dead attack I've ever seen. There's not a single person who I look to in front of goal and expect them to score. When Martinelli went on a breakaway, I was I kind of knew he was going to miss. There isn't a single player who is capable of scoring a goal right now consistently. It's insane. There is nothing positive about Arsenal going into this game against United, besides the fact that by their pedigree, they should win. It's terrible. That being said, people are calling for a whole rebuild right now, and they're like, oh my God, Arteta needs to leave. Again, we need to take a step back and calm the fuck down. We're in second place. We're in the top 8 in the Champions League. We still are in the FA Cup because we haven't played a game yet. Sure, maybe we'll lose in the second leg of the Carabao Cup, whatever. But at the end of the day, we're still a good team. But right now, this good team is not playing like a good team. They're playing like absolute garbage. And the fact that we have a one finisher gone, and that's Miles said, is completely decimated our whole front line, is embarrassing. The fact that we're not going to get a striker this summer, or this winter rather, is embarrassing. I have no faith in this Arsenal team to get an attacker in this window. Our recruitment in the summer, in hindsight, was embarrassing. We can get to that in another episode or whatever we talk about, but embarrassing. So at the end of the day, a lot of things Arsenal have done this season have been really, really negative. The players aren't playing as well. The manager's tactics seem to be figured out. A lot of mistakes are leading to goals. There's not a lot of positive things you can take from this Arsenal season. And with that said, we're still in second place. We can still win the league. We can still win the Carabao Cup. We can still win the Champions League. So nothing's done right for us this season, but we're still right there. But it's just hard to see a way out of this slump that we're in. Brighton was, the penalty. Oh my God, we even talking about penalty. It's old news now. Never a penalty. But it's Arsenal and it's an agenda. And you guys want to laugh and say, but then again, look what happened. How is it that Tottenham fans are on my gosh darn timeline telling me that that's not a penalty? Guys, come on. There has to be something wrong here. Whatever. I don't care about it anymore. It's in the past. We should be good enough to win anyways. Arsenal suck right now. Hopefully we'll sign an attacker. Don't think it's going to happen. Rant over.
Fam. 23 shots, 6 big chances, 3.1 XG against Newcastle, and nothing. It didn't even look like they were going to score a goal.
And Newcastle's XG was 1.26. So when every single stats sheet, every single apps on the App Store, every single website that displays stats suggests that you should be dominate, that you should be ahead, and you're losing 2-0, it's just a clear indicator that you just need that finisher, that number 9. And who does that? And at the end of the day, I know you hate to say it, but at the end of the day, who does that fall on? It falls on Arteta, because it's his inability to recruit the players that he necessitates. It really is.
It's not all Arteta though. Like it's not. And if you want to look at it as all Arteta, then like then our team being in second place is also all Arteta. That's what I hate, this narrative about him needing to leave. Like, he got us here already, and I have faith in him to still do the thing and get us over the line. Like, it's so premature for us to think of that him being a problem. Is he stubborn? Yes. Does he need to do things to improve the squad? Like, go hard on getting an attacker. Absolutely. And Antoine, we can have this conversation in the summer. Again, if we don't sign in the winter because it's hard, but if we don't sign an attacker in the summer, then we can have a serious conversation on what the deal is with Arteta and his inability to sign an attacker.
But how many years are we going to delay this conversation? Because I remember as soon as Isak was popping up in Real Sociedad, there was talks of Arsenal being interested. It's been 3 years since he signed with Newcastle, and still it's just still interest in attackers. I'm sorry, but after a performance like that where you have 3xG and not a 9, going into the press conference room and saying that it's because of the Carabao Cup balls that are pumped differently that you need to adapt to it, and not talking about the clear reason that you're not scoring goals because you don't have a number 9. It's insane. It's been 5 years that he's been at the club. He knows what's best for the team, and he's just ignoring it at this point. If he's not signing the players that he needs, then how much more do you want to give him? How much more time? How many more years are we going to delay having a striker?
Oh my, like, it's like this is spoken like such a non-Arsenal fan, and such a reactionary fan, which is usually what I am. But what about everything that we built in the last, let's remember, not the last 10 years, not the last even 5 years, because Arteta 5 years ago took the worst team. They were terrible with Arteta. The last 3 seasons, runners up, probably going to be runners up again this year. Is that good enough? No. But for the season before that, if you told us that we would come second in the league, would you have thought that even possible? No. So let's take a step back and acknowledge the good that Arteta has done. And sure, I'm agreeing with you. There clearly is a lack of a central attacker that we've needed since Aubameyang has left. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not disagreeing with you. But to say that, like, he's not stupid. He's obviously tried. And for whatever reason, he thought that it wasn't worth the money, wasn't worth the resources, whatever. This is the final straw. I'm giving him till the summer to sign an attacker. And even if we don't sign an attacker in the summer, I'm still going to trust him and see what we do in the season. But if he doesn't sign an attacker in the summer, then yes, real conversation needs to be had. Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, but I don't know. I see a lack of taking ownership for your mistakes in every time he speaks and every time he debunks a game that went bad for Arsenal. That's
I don't like when he does that either, but he's just trying to take the blame off the players. Like, that's just the way he is. And you saw what he did in that documentary, in the Arsenal documentary. You think he's going to his players and going, "Yeah, guys, like, the ball really fucked us over today." No, he's getting into them. Like, he's just doing that to the media to like take the blame off the players. I understand why. I don't think he should, but that's what he's doing. It's not there's a reason to why he does it. But again, the whole ball thing is stupid and it's ridiculous. But anyways, yeah.
So who is that striker, basically?
Isaac, Gyökeres. Two names.
Could you, like, okay, so what's the strategy for January though? Because those names that you're saying, like, let's be honest, like, that's probably unrealistic to think you're gonna poach one of the brightest young stars in football who doesn't want to leave in January. You'd have to pay a premium, and realistically, like, that's just not going to happen. So you have to wait till the summer. But can you afford to wait till the summer? Do you bring in an option on loan to just fill the gap for 6 months? Like, if you're Edu, or I guess you're not Edu because he's not there anymore, but if you're that kind of position, what do you do?
I guess that's why they're in that position.
Well, shit then, everybody. Welcome to the 6ixYardBox podcast.
Julian, what do you want me to say? There's nothing I can say. I don't know what they're supposed to do because the recruitment in the summer was so terrible that they put themselves in the spot, which, again, right, Antoine, sure, that should be something to be pointed out for Arteta and his shortcomings. I understand that. I don't know what they're supposed to do. They brought in a loanee already on the wing, and he's injured a little bit, but he's back in the squad now, but he's not good enough, and he's done absolutely nothing. So I don't know what they're supposed to do. Nico Williams, again, another young player that people are linking us with. I don't know. And Arsenal, it's not like it's impossible to find someone.
You know?
or a winger. Like we have players to play in that position. We have Havertz and Jesus who can score goals.
Dog. But they
In
have,
theory.
and this is why, and they're the reason why we're here. Like
You just need
open
a
header for
tackler.
Havertz in the box, and it hits his shoulder to the ball boy. Like
I'm not
he's not,
disagreeing with
he
you.
can't play that role.
Agreed. He can play that role, just not consistently enough. And yeah, we need an attacker, but if we're not going to get, I'd rather get the really good winger that's more available right now than the B- attacker that we can get if we sign one in January. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather wait till the summer, really go after an attacker, a striker rather, than just get a winger now to fill the gap, because the winger depth is also absolutely cooked. But anyways,
I get that. Victor Osimhen is available for 60 million pounds, is what the rumor mill is saying.
sure.
But that's
like,
risky.
I don't love it, but sure. At this point, I don't really care. Like, it's just do it. Like, just do it. We need someone to score goals. So
Kolomwani is also available. Xerxes probably available.
yeah, Kolomwani and Xerxes now. That's not what we're for here. But like, honestly, Kolomwani's not a bad player at all. But
Good player.
he's like the exact opposite of what we need. Another player who's a winger and a striker and doesn't really.
Yeah, he's a player that's not mainly known for being a striker.
Exactly.
Enrique tries to play him as a striker in his team, and it's just clearly not working. So
Exactly. Like you want, and again, I don't want one of those like he's both. I want like give me an out and out winger or give me a striker. Don't give me this like in between, because I want one
Yeah.
that can bring like anyway. So that's
see that.
a lot of Arsenal talk, and for a thing we're supposed to be very quick on. But anyway,
So Sesko, Gyökeres, Isaac. Who are the other ones? Any other names?
that's like the three.
Those are three. Those are like that's beyond premium, bro. Like you'd have to pay upwards of 100, like for either of them. That's
like a
crazy.
Vlahovic?
What's that?
Vlahovic? Would you take Vlahovic?
Like again, no, I don't want. I want better than that. But he's proven he can kind of score goals. So yeah,
It's
just
tough,
tough.
man.
that's what I'm
It
saying.
is
It's just
tough.
that's why you asked me the question. I said I don't know. That's why like we can just go around in circles, going out names.
Like,
but
would you
until
take like an up and coming striker
no,
for less?
no,
like,
that's not
this January?
No, that's
But
not what we need.
that's a lot more realistic than like. I'm not saying young, like, you know, he's 17 and you're gonna have to wait till the fucking 30s to find out if he's good or not. But if you bring in like a 21, 22-year-old who looks good at like a PSV or something, like a Santiago Jimenez or something like that.
Sure. Like, yeah, I guess we need a body at this point. But that's why this is exactly my point. Just get a winger. Get a winger. That's more important. Saka's out till March or whatever it is. You need a winger, because our system has always been primarily focused on our wing play. It hasn't been about that main striker. So we focus on getting a winger that's capable of doing what we need them to do on the wing with Saka out. Then hopefully Havertz finds that form again, because we can't get that 9 out of 10 striker right now. We can't get that A+ striker right now. But I think the winger position is way easier to get a B+ A- winger. There isn't a B+ A- striker right now that I think could help us.
Is Nketiah out on loan, or did you guys indefinitely sell him?
He's sold, but that's no, because no,
If he was but if he was on
Don't
loan,
you-
you're telling me Gabriel Jesus is miles above Eddie Nketiah?
oh my god, yes. Have you seen Eddie Nketiah had like 2 goals this season, lad?
Yeah,
Like,
listen.
stop.
Yeah,
Look at
I understand that. But his development at Arsenal was exponential. What's telling you that this season he wouldn't have been able to produce as many numbers as Gabriel Jesus is producing right now?
This is you're
Because he's
either
an out-and-out striker.
you're either rage baiting or you're just really off base with this take. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, lad. This is crazy.
I'm just saying, you guys need an out-and-out striker. He is an out-and-out striker. If he was out on loan, why not recall him back? But he's not on loan.
Nah, lad, in the Premier League, he's 14 games in the Premier League, a solid 0 goals.
Well,
I'm-
yeah, that's because Oliver Glasner's Crystal Palace isn't playing the best right now.
lad.
I'm sure under
It's
Mikel
a little
Arteta
more
he's
than that,
firing a little bit more.
Lad, this is no. That's the one player who I think we should have kept is Emil Smith-Rowe. That's one. That's another conversation. But that's a conversation for a different day.
Interesting ideas being thrown out here. How would Emil Smith Rowe help you guys right now?
Not for a striker, for the midfield balance. Like when Odegaard was out, he fits in that spot. Now that Waneri is out, he could have played on the wing. You know what I'm saying? That's a player that you definitely could have used right now, for sure. Anyway, yeah, the Encudia take Antoine, I don't know. That's ridiculous in my opinion. So,
Bro, how like Blake?
bro, what are you
He's a
talking?
fucking striker.
Oh, he's terrible.
He was good last season, was he not?
I mean, he was
What's
The
telling you
same-
that his development wouldn't have propelled him to a different level?
the same issue. He didn't finish his chances when we needed him to.
I mean, he's clearly finishing his chances better than Havertz is.
Lad, Havertz has like 8 Premier League goals. He's not a bad player. He's just not good enough as a striker. Like,
And gets the striker. I'm just saying, if he would have stayed, his growth would have been following the same trend that it had been following since the beginning of his career at Arsenal. I don't know that's a wild take.
He's peaked. He's peaked. I'll tell you that for sure, in my opinion. So,
21-year-old peaking is kind of crazy.
20 what? Lad, he's 25, bro. What are you talking about?
Really, no, you can't peak at 25. Come on.
Fair. I feel like the striker or the market in general for strikers is pretty slim right now, outside of like 2 or 3. And I think the chances you sign one of those 2 or 3 are pretty slim. So
Yeah.
can't wait for you guys to sign like another fucking 9.5 in the summer and call that quits. Be funny.
Yeah.
Could go for an Ollie Watkins. We talked about that. He'll probably be cheaper now than he was last summer.
Like that's actually super interesting with the John Duran rise and all of that stuff. Like that's definitely an option. Like there's players out there. But Arteta said it's gonna be. He said this like in the beginning of December or the end of December. It's gonna be hard for us to make a big signing in the winter because it always is. So anyway,
Yeah, you literally just need like a loan or something these next few months. I don't know who the hell that is, but
we need to just do it, but we won't. But anyway, let's go to United. Then we can go to our big thing because
Fair.
that's a lot of Arsenal talk.
Fair. Okay, let's go over United versus Liverpool very quickly, which I thought was going to be a massacre, but it ended up being a very hard-fought 2-2 draw. Amad Diallo stealing a point for us at the end. What else happened in that game? Salah scored a penalty, which Onana could have saved, in my opinion. Gakpo scored a screamer, put the lick on the floor.
The first 2 goals of that
Martinez
game,
scored a really
impeccable.
nice goal. Oh, yeah.
Oh wait,
Impeccable.
You know what? You know what I wanted to do? Remember I told you guys this, and this is back to the Arsenal. I said move on, but I wanted to go through like players and would they be the best finisher in the Arsenal squad currently?
Like go through players like on
Just
other teams.
Like yeah, players in the Premier. Like would they be the best finisher in the Arsenal squad?
Nketiah, yes.
I mean, I think
Oh my god.
lad.
But like Gakpo, Diaz, Salah,
Salah,
Nunez,
Szoboszlai,
Szoboszlai, yes.
Szoboszlai, I'll leave him McAllister.
Yeah, Bruno, yes.
Bruno, yes. Hoyland, yes.
Hoyland, yes,
Um,
absolutely.
Rashford, yes.
Yeah, any Premier League striker, honestly, then.
Like on current form,
Genuinely?
like, not Rashford. No, like on current form, no, he doesn't play. But on current
Well,
form,
on current form, like on current form, like is
anyway, it's a dumb take. But anyway, go ahead. So yeah, I'll jump in here. United I was expecting a massacre, and then you guys like gave me a little scare. Once you guys went down though 2-1, I was like, why did you do that? Why did you give me hope as an Arsenal fan just to tear it all away? But y'all did your thing.
and it's so frustrating because I think it's pretty much like the exact same lineup that got smashed by Newcastle, but it's just like we show up sometimes and then we don't other times. Like I think Lisandro Martinez like got interviewed afterwards, and the interview straight up said like there's been so many terrible performances and there's been no noticeable difference in the lineup. So how do you guys look so bad one week and so good the next? And like Martinez had like a half answer. Something he's like the passion, the mentality. We understand it now. I'm like, bro. So I really want to say that we're gonna pull up against Arsenal at the weekend and make sure you guys go trophyless this season. But I have no faith in that. I have no faith in that whatsoever.
100% will. 100% will.
So How many times has this happened with United where it's like, oh my God, we finally turn up against a really good team. The players finally click and we're like, we are destined to go on a good run now. And then 3-0 to Bournemouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's such a frustrating,
remember I felt
it's such a frustrating roller coaster.
I felt that after the Everton game when you guys won 4-0.
Where we
and I
won
was like,
4-0,
oh my-
right? And then we
Yeah,
lost to
yeah.
Forest, and then we beat City. And at that point, I'm like, that was our best performance of the season. Like, we're gonna kick it off now. And then 3-0 to Bournemouth, and then 2-1 to Wolves. And it's like, oh my God, bro. Yeah. It's such a roller coaster. It's like I've told you boys before how like I feel numb with this team, and that of course that means that the losses don't hit as hard and I don't panic as often. But it also means the wins and the big results don't mean anything either. There's a horrible place to be in. Anything else that happened around this game? Amorim's
Liverpool.
post.
Oh,
Sure. Go ahead.
sorry. I was gonna say Liverpool are, this is what I'm saying. I told you Liverpool are literally just Arsenal of 2 years ago. They're the exact same team, bro. The only thing different that Liverpool has vibe-wise compared to the Arsenal team from 2022, 2023 is the fact that they have a world-class winger. That's the only difference. They have a world-class bona fide superstar, not like maybe on the cusp. Bona fide. That's why they might get over the hump.
And
But-
champions.
They're beatable, bro. They're beatable. They're 100% beatable. And they showed that against United. At home against one of the worst United teams that are coming off of a terrible run of form, they put in that performance. Like, if I was Arne Slot, I would have been like disgusted with that because it was a terrible performance. United deserved to win that game.
I agree. And let's talk about Trent a little bit because he looked way off. I think like there's been some talk about like, oh, is the Madrid rumors getting in his head? Like his defending gets exposed once again. I don't think it's further than defending. I think his on the ball quality was nothing like we saw. It was his giveaway that led to the Martinez goal. But I mean, like, boys, do we think that Trent is like just waiting for the Madrid move or what?
It's almost like this has been the player he's been for the past 5 years. He's elite at attacking, and his talent going forward is second to none. But his defensive liabilities always get overshadowed when he has a good game and they keep a clean sheet. And then the next game they get scrutinized because he's terrible, because that's the player he is. And everyone just forgets for some reason. But we've seen this story with Trent a million times. I don't understand why it's different all of a sudden. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing.
I guess it really put it into perspective when he got cooked by Dallo out of all players. Like, bro, come on. A right back playing on the left and you're getting cooked.
But like,
Dallo
are you
has
guys-
not been good lately.
Is anyone surprised by this? Like, for me, that's why I wasn't buying all this Trent hype, because it's the same thing I've seen throughout my entire time watching him.
And I remember me and Julian hyping up his defensive lack of mistakes. It was a couple weeks ago, saying that everyone was kind of overreacting about how poor Trent was defensively. But I guess we could just throw that out the window now, because clearly he just proved us wrong once again.
For sure.
Like he's looked good. Like I think like the week before he looked brilliant against who was Liverpool playing before United? I don't even remember. But he looked good. I think this is just a good player having an off game mostly, but then with the whole narrative around the other stuff, it's like
But then even if it's a good player having an off game, like it's been inconsistent for the past 3 years defensively.
Yeah.
Like
it's who he is.
It's just the inconsistency that bothers me.
Yeah, for sure.
But of course, obviously the Madrid rumors are definitely in his head.
Yeah, for
That,
sure.
that could be a factor. But
Did you guys see what Roy Keane said about Trent? And it pissed me off so much.
Wait, who?
Corey Reed?
What? Fucking hell.
Me and Ifar are so bad.
He's
bro.
like-
We're so bad.
He's fucking. I don't like Roy Keane on TV. United legend.
Yeah, they're gonna say what he said, or
You've
no?
seen what he said. You've seen what he said.
Right. He said his defending.
He
is
said like,
Tranmere
oh,
Rovers.
everybody's been talking about Trent going to Real Madrid. With that defending, he's going to be going to Tranmere Rovers.
That's a
I am
classic Roy Keane line.
I am looking
That
for a right
will go
back
down in
this-
history.
But
window.
this is the quality of English football on TV. When was the last time you guys saw Roy Keane on TV and you went, oh, he actually has a good point there? No, he goes on there. He just moans about how gone the game is, and we're supposed to like think this is good analysis here. never in my life have I heard a take from Roy Keane and gone, oh, he's really spitting there.
Well, you also have to put it in context, Julian. Like he's an ex-United player watching his ex-team play against his number one rival. He's not gonna go glaze Trent because he has rumors.
Oh, but he does the same thing about United. I remember what he said about De Gea back in the day.
Well, absolutely.
And what he said about what he said about Holland last year. Like he's just he doesn't know anything about football, it seems. Genuinely.
It falls into the same basket. It's his ex-team. Obviously, he's going to be more critical about his ex-team than if he was commentating a Brighton Newcastle game. I think that's probably a main reason why he's being hired for these games, to have the objectivity that he has and be as critical as he is towards his old team.
I agree.
But like, but that's crazy disrespect. Like that's crazy disrespectful. That's something that I'd expect to see on like the Twitter timelines. But like, well, Roy Keane, I get he's ex-United, all of that stuff. But to just come out with takes like that and then to have that job is like, oh my God, it's lazy. It's lazy.
But
it's lazy.
Dude, that happens in every sport. Like Paul Bissonnette has a job. Like Charles Barkley has a job. He doesn't know anything about the sport anymore. But you're gonna have these like people who just are there because they're personalities.
Of course. Like Thierry Henry is there for the personality, but he's given some great segments lately, like analyzing the game.
But
like even Jamie Carragher lately, he's had some great segments analyzing the game. When have you ever seen Roy Keane actually analyze football well?
I just gave you examples of players like Charles Barkley, who he will never analyze the basketball game well, but he's there because he's a legend and he's part of a team and it's a group and it's whatever. Like it's just the way it is sometimes.
I hate it, man. I hate it.
Wow. I kind of like it.
Like it genuinely pisses me off so much. Like Roy Keane specifically, like is like, we get it, mate. Your prime was 25 years ago, and you're a bit salty that the game isn't the same as it was a quarter century ago. Like, we get it.
Fair.
I'm just tired of his shtick.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's a weird tangent.
Are we happy with the games, or do you have anything else to say? Because we should get into the nitty gritty.
Also about United, there was a disgraceful report going out yesterday. I don't know if you all have seen it. Per David Ornstein, who's like super reliable around United, he said that United will consider, reluctantly, either selling Garnacho or Mainu to make up transfer funds. Disgraceful.
Oh, it better be Garnacho. That's all I'm saying. If it happens,
it better be Garnacho. That's right. And
do you think that's some sort of thing trying to say that those two, as you say, those two are not getting along? But then again, that's not a good reason.
No, it's
St.
not.
Petey
like,
and JT Miller, baby.
They're putting stories out trying to relay how like terrible of a financial situation we were in. But they think the solution to that is selling one of these boyhood United, more Mainu than Garnacho, but like these academy graduates that stand for everything United is about. We're the only team in Premier League history that, like, since like the birth of English football history going on for 100+ years, we have had a youth graduate in our squad. And that kind of history and that kind of culture, you're shitting on by putting out these kinds of stories. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, let's remember, is a self-proclaimed lifelong United fan. And if he does something like that, on top of kicking Sir Alex Ferguson off the board, on top of canceling Christmas parties, on top of laying off hundreds of staff, on top of cutting costs towards, United-based charities, that's gonna be the cherry on top of like disgraceful things of like not understanding the club. Sorry. Okay. Little tangent there.
Glazes out? Question mark.
Y'all don't care? Okay, let's move on.
Well, like,
no,
we care, but I don't know. We've heard the I hate the owners and they don't know what they're doing thing. So I mean,
it's nothing new, to be honest. I mean,
not to be a dick, but
I saw somewhere recently that they do something about the Glazers basically pocketing money that is profited from the club, and they don't
take
put.
out
And we knew this, that they don't put any of their own money into the club. So
yeah,
You're gonna.
But this
operating
is
at a
supposed to be
cost,
Ineos,
at
and
a
they
loss.
actually they run our football operations, right? And they've kind of been the scapegoats of United recently. Like every bad thing that goes on is pointed at Radcliffe and Ineos. But I think the Glaciers still have an impact. But I digress. Like imagine fucking Kroenke in 2020, 2021 put Saka up for sale.
Okay, well, yeah, that would.
That's what this is the equivalent of.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
that's-
very happy. I would be very happy.
Oh, you would be way less than happy. You'd be wanting to protest on the front line, and that's what I'd freaking do if they sell him. Anyways. Okay, moving on then. Do you want to go Premier League games, or are we going straight to bingo card, lads?
I say we just go into it. The Premier.
No. Okay.
Like,
Prem games are Prem games.
Liverpool.
Tottenham are still
Liverpool
shit.
is at the top of the league.
Chelsea drew.
Oh, we don't. It's. Well, you can go if you want. I just think
Chelsea are not finishing top 4. Like that's just because
No,
Enzo
they
Maresca.
could. They
Well,
could.
Enzo Maresca literally said he's like, "Oh, we're not challenging for the league," and literally the next day after he said that, they started losing and they haven't stopped it. So serves them right. Paul Comer. Anyways,
Paul Comer. That's a new one.
Yeah.
That's a new
Yeah.
one.
yeah, I don't know. It's like it's my new thing is I like to replace like Corey Reed. Like you switch the first letter of the first and last name, and yeah. I don't know, dude.
All right.
Yeah. Should we go into our main segment, or what do you think, too?
We shall. We
Okay.
shall. So before we started our recording, everybody, we go, let's get 4 prompts each to put on the 2025 6-yard box bingo card. And this is relating to things going around in football, which you'll see, and things going around the pod. And in a year, we're going to come back and see if we got bingo. All right. This is like an inside joke to the pod. We're going to post this on our Instagram afterwards too. So go follow us there. And let's get straight into it as well. Who wants to give the first prompt for the bingo card?
I think I should get the first prompt going.
All right. I know. Let's
Go
go,
on.
Antoine. Let's go.
Go on.
The first one is something that I'm really excited about, and if this doesn't happen this year, I will be very disappointed. It's an official 6-yard box live stream.
Okay, I like
like-
that.
That's like cute and wholesome. Okay, I like it.
It could be like a
6
game
YB
debrief
live
or just talking about just a regular live podcast like we do it now, but as long as it's live
Honestly, I think
We need to
a
make that
watch along. I think a watch along would be crazy.
and a
Just-
watch along would be good too.
just for us to get in that vibe, I think it'd be amazing.
I agree. I talked to you about this last week, Blake.
Mhm.
You were like,
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
you said for a podcast. That was different. Like, you said for a podcast. That was different.
It's tough to do. It's tough to do watch alongs because if we do a watch along, we're probably not gonna be able to do it from the studio if it's on the weekend.
Well,
That's the only tough part.
I know.
Oh, we can
Have
make
you-
it work.
A
Champions
little
League, perhaps.
side note about what's it called, live streaming or doing watch alongs. Have you guys? It's a little old now, and I just fucking love it. You guys you ever seen the clip of in Germany how the fans did like a silent watch along with 2 opposing fan bases? They
Oh
do
my
a watch
god,
along
I saw
together,
that was so
and they
funny.
are not. They have to be like they're not allowed to talk, no shouting, yelling. They can
They're
only
dead
like
silent.
they have to watch the game dead silent, and like when when they score, it's like really funny.
The guy falls over. Yeah, that was Joe.
Never seen that.
You've never seen
You've
that?
never
yeah?
seen that. No, you've seen that. You've seen that.
You've seen that, yeah.
It's a couple years
Probably.
old, but you've seen it.
It's a
Okay.
couple years old, but it's just like still. Yeah.
Legendary.
Should I go number 2?
Hit us.
Go.
Bring it
Okay,
back up.
My first prompt is one I was mentioning to you boys before, but it's that the Man City charges end up being nothing.
And I would be
I-
surprised, honestly.
I cannot tell you how little faith I have in Man City either getting a points deduction and especially getting relegated. I think it's dragged on for way too long for this to actually be anything serious. I think the Man City charges are nothing.
Okay. I like it.
Right
I dig
drop.
Oh, it would be BS, but yeah. What did you say, Antoine?
It's so
Right dropped. Just slip.
Are dropped?
Right.
No, because
From
I think they could be like, I think they could face like a fine.
Oh, okay.
Like I think they could
Or
be
maybe
like fined.
charges come to nothing.
15
maybe?
mil.
Come to nothing. That might be better.
Fair.
But yeah, it's definitely unfortunately fathomable. Okay, you want me to go?
It's crazy that that's not even like an outrageous thing to say.
I know.
It's really
It's
not.
ridiculous.
130 charges I think they're up to now, and I think they're genuinely going to get away with it.
Yeah, it's
Did you
ridiculous.
see the Man City TikTok account? How many people they follow?
No,
150.
who? Did they actually? That's funny.
Is that a lot or a little?
That's crazy.
No, it just it lines with 115 charges now.
Oh, right.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's more than 115 now. That's a funny thing. And they're
True.
still going to get away with it. Anyways. Go ahead.
Oh God, it makes me
Okay.
ill.
Mine is my first one is Miles curses Arsenal whenever he goes to games.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
What?
No, you're not.
What do you
wrong.
mean by that?
Like they always lose. Like whenever he's there, they lose.
Yeah. I
Or
mean,
they like drop points or something bad.
Okay.
happens.
when I'm at a live sporting event to watch one of my teams play, curse words usually are yelled out of my mouth. Like last night, the San Jose Sharks are the second worst team in the league. And
Mr.
I still
Alberga.
found a way to
Miles,
find reasons
Miles,
to,
that's not what he's
cuss them
saying,
out.
Miles. That's not what he's saying.
I know.
That's not what he's saying.
Oh, I
Curse
curse.
as in like bad luck charms.
I'm very sorry.
And like I don't actually fully believe this one.
So
And like
stupid.
I'm kind of picking on Miles for like living a dream of mine and going to live in London and do that. But like I just wanted one that's kind of funny that I can see happening. And I just like the North London Derby is going to next week, and the team's in terrible form, so I don't know.
So
Fair.
what would constitute this coming true? Like,
Anything of the sort of dropping points,
Like a
misses
50
the sitter, someone gets hurt, anything of the
so if Arsenal draw against Spurs, does that count as Miles' curse?
Oh yeah.
So they drop points. Let's just put a benchmark down. If they drop points in 50% of the games that Miles are at, then
That's
that-
what I'm saying.
Okay,
That-
yeah, okay, bet.
That's what I'm saying.
Or someone
Can I have a
gets seriously injured.
Well, that's what happened. I have a follow-up question though.
Go on.
Do I have to do it? Sorry, does this constitute me being in London, or does this have to be like it gets cursed from like the games that I go to?
No, the games
Oh,
you go to.
only the ones
Okay.
that you attend.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
be in attendance.
Okay. Oh boy. All right. Yeah, I like that one. That was
He's like, I'm going
I,
every
I,
week.
I
so it
really
doesn't
like that
matter.
one.
that was good. That's good.
Okay, Miles, give me
Um,
yours.
Mine are more not as like entertaining. I have Ange will be sacked by the end of the year.
I like that one.
so-
Almost a lock, you could say.
Can I?
Yeah, a lot of these are more of some are they're not that exciting. That's
So,
all I say.
I want to add to this one if you'll let me add to it, Miles. I'm
Please
gonna
do.
to make it easier. I'm gonna say one of Ange, Emery, and Pep or Arteta leaves or gets sacked. I don't know if you want to add that, but I want
I
to make
wanted
it
to
easier.
say
for them.
I wanted to say Amorim gets sacked, but like, would they like? Who knows? Would they? I
But
mean,
you
maybe in the calendar year, but I don't know about this
Yeah.
season.
But you
and
can-
it's not.
It
it's
is the
not a
calendar
as
year.
well. Yeah, I know
It
it
is.
is. But I was thinking in my head right now is like the season that Man United has going for them right now. Like, would it be outrageous if they did sack Amorim?
Well,
No,
would.
I don't think it
know,
would.
but-
Like, I could genuinely
we-
see that.
Why don't we put Ange is the first Big Six manager to get sacked this year or something like that?
Yeah.
I mean, can I say I like that, but you know what? The more you think about it, every Big Six manager except for Slot, you can make a case for getting sacked.
Yeah. So you know what? We can leave it as Ange. That's fine.
Yeah.
I kind of
Okay,
like the
that's a lock
Ange
then.
Amorim gets sacked, like the A squared gets sacked.
Mm.
Sure.
Yeah,
can
I'm
add
leaving
to that. Okay.
Whatever
he's
you
leaving
want.
it.
Okay,
That's fine.
all right.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay.
Okay.
And so it's back to you.
So this one I'm kind of adding on last week's predictions because I got called a homer, like for my Mikko Tadze shout. So I'm just gonna add on.
Oh
on
my
top of
God.
Because
that.
he's
bro.
playing terrible, lad.
Lyon wins the Europa League.
Whoa. Okay,
You
then.
That's
It's bold. It's bold.
It might seem like a bold shout to you guys, but I'm looking at the personnel in this Europa League campaign this year. Manchester United, Tottenham, Galatasaray, Lazio, okay, doing decent this year. Frankfurt, Bodo Glimt, Real Sociedad, Athletic Club is like they're like the top contender for sure. But Lyon this season have been by far and away one of if not the most entertaining team to watch in Liga, and they might even be over PSG. I'm being serious with the way I word my words here because PSG is an entertaining team to watch. But this season in Liga, Lyon have been up there. They have ballers in the team. They have Miko Tadze, Lacazette still playing good. Ryan Cherki is being eyed by a lot of clubs. Ernest Loma, Malik Fofana, Tolisso is balling out right now. They're playing good football. The personnel in the Europa League isn't that exciting this season. If there's a season that a French club is going to win a European trophy within the next 5 years, I think it's this season with Lyon.
All right, I dig it.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Sitting in 5th in Liga with an 8 goal differential was exciting. But I don't watch Liga.
Well, yeah, obviously you don't watch the games, do you? So.
You would think that like maybe they had like a really high goal differential or something. Or let's see what's going on here.
Well, they're 4th in the Europa League with a third.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
With an 8 goal differential as well. So.
Antoine, no Tranmere love in that competition.
No Tranmere Rovers in there.
No, my career mode.
Ha ha ha! That's so funny.
Oh, Tranmere might win it actually.
Thank you.
Now that like with like a step back, they might win it.
Okay, Matt.
Sorry. I might have gotten too carried away with my take.
I love you. Me and Antoine are back. I hate Julian again.
We're so back. We're only not back when like pre-pod.
Yeah, I know. We get with the mics turn on, the cameras are on. We like do. Yeah,
or like we here for sure.
We here for sure. Yes, sir, for sure.
Oh my! I can't tell you how much I miss the studio, bro. And it's only been a month.
I know.
Oh my god.
I know.
Okay. Are we going back to me?
Yeah, go.
Okay, I've already written mine out. My second pick is Blake turns Arteta out.
Oh yes, absolutely. Can I add?
I like this one.
Within a month.
Within a month.
Okay, no.
Yes.
Well, it doesn't. Okay, I like that, but at the same time, it has to be something that like you could look back on in a whole calendar year rather than being like,
we'll know.
Which month.
We'll know if he's
Arteta out.
No,
know.
guys. No.
I think I'm Arteta out.
Yeah, you are, bro. You literally are. You were hating on him the whole fucking podcast.
I think I am.
That's crazy.
Like it's not definitive yet, but
what's percentage chance of this, Blake?
Oh,
Right now, like unless we fall to top 4, like 0.
70.
No.
From my observations and from what I see, Blake is on the edge.
Yeah. You know what? It's Arteta's fault that Martinelli misses sitters and Havertz misses sitters and Odegaard is terrible. And it's Arteta's fault that his players that, sure, aren't strikers, but should be doing better are doing terrible. That's his fault. Absolutely. I agree with you.
Sign a striker.
I like this one. Okay, Blake, give me yours then.
Okay. I was gonna say the Milan announcer goes viral again. because he just went viral. Do you guys see when they won the Coppa Italia or whatever? And the Super Cup. He's like crying because Tommy, and he's like crying because he's so happy. So mine is that the Milan announcer goes viral once again because he had a couple, and I'd love to see it one more time. I don't know. You might not like that one. We can workshop it, but I think it's pretty good.
Goes viral again. Okay. And yeah.
We have to make the font smaller on that one.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, bet.
This is the Bayern me guy, right?
No, yeah.
Go
the Bayern me.
Okay. That's such a random one. What the fuck?
I don't know.
That is very random.
I don't know.
I have Alexander Isak breaks the Premier League transfer record. For
Oh. Okay, so you're basically like you're calling Arsenal sign him, I guess?
I'm not calling anyone to sign him by a specific team, but I'm just saying like I could if he like what he's doing right now in the Prem, I could see him if he continues what he's doing, which is possible, but also, may not happen. I could see a team coming in and breaking that Premier League transfer record.
What is it?
What is it
100
right
million?
now?
100 million.
What is it?
It was no, it was Philip Coutinho for like
Lion.
130 mil euros.
No, he's right. He's right.
No, that's Coutinho going to Barca.
Yeah, but still, like,
Is Premier League transfer record a Prem club to a Prem club?
No,
is that
no,
what it needs to be?
No, it's him.
I thought
it's
you
just
meant-
him.
Yeah.
It's him just leaving. I mean,
Yeah.
So what I understand from that is a player going to a Premier League club. I wouldn't count Coutinho.
That's what
in
I would thought
Premier
it
League
is too.
transfer record because he's going away from the Premier League.
He's like the most expensive Premier League player, I guess you could say.
okay, that's fair. You're
Either
right.
way,
I did.
whatever.
We could
most
shit out
expensive-
this one if it happens.
The most expensive Premier League transfer is Jack Grealish, I think.
Sure. Yeah.
Like
If
within the
it,
Prem,
if it
yeah.
goes either way, we can check it off.
I thought it was Coutinho.
Lads, genuinely,
but-
No, but
Like-
you guys are talking about different things. One is the Premier League transfer, as in City
I see.
spent the most money on a player, and the other one is that a person was bought from the Premier League for the most amount of money a Premier League player's ever been bought for. So you guys are both talking about different things, but the prompt can work for either one.
All right. Yeah.
I don't think this is a hot take, but I don't think Isak's leaving Newcastle. Like, I'm pretty confident he's not leaving Newcastle. Like, I think everybody thinks of Newcastle as like a small club that's gonna just like, just they'll get picked on, their whole squad will get picked apart. But I don't see that at all. I think Isak's happy there. He's obviously gonna make good money if they need to. Like, I don't think going to Arsenal is that much more appealing than staying at Newcastle.
Wow. He's never going to win a Prem or a Champions League at Newcastle. So if he wants to win something,
Well, I don't.
not even saying he should go to
I don't know if he's winning
Arsenal.
with
Sure.
Arsenal either.
Sure, and he's never going to win one at United in the next 20 years either. So whatever. But
Well, we don't.
if he wants to win a title, he should move to Newcastle. He should move from Newcastle for sure.
Fair enough. Okay. Who's going next? Is it? It's back to Antoine.
Back to me. I'm very excited for this one because it's a complete lock. Macaroni and cheese goes back to back in FPL.
Absolutely not. But okay. Fuck's sake, bro. Oh, we have to do our FPL. Wait,
Just
how do I
write,
spell
just write,
macaroni
just write
and cheese?
Antoine. It's gonna be too long. But
Fair.
look,
Yeah.
I'm not backing down. I missed a couple of deadlines early in the season, but
Yeah, shout out
I'm
to the Badia Shield manager for reminding Antoine about the deadlines every now and again.
actually, it's
Oh.
funny you say that. I spoke to him the other day, the macaroni and cheese manager, and he said he was very grateful for the Badia Shield manager.
Really?
He says that he said that he helped him like bring his season back on track, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he was in a bad mental space
Right.
and wasn't really thinking about FPL whatsoever. Kind of put the guys on the side.
Right.
But then the Badia Shield manager kind of like helped him up and like tapped him on the shoulder. He's like, hey, just letting you know, like
Yeah,
that's the FPL deadline soon,
that's what he does. That's what I've heard he does really well.
So
Yeah.
it's very wholesome, and
Yeah.
I like that mutual respect that we have.
Absolutely.
That they had.
Yeah, absolutely. I've heard that too through the grapevine. So that's really nice. That actually I've an internal. I just got a message internally from Batty, and he's fired up for FPL right now, just for the moment. So yeah.
I like to hear that. I like to hear that.
Wait,
Really?
I mean,
So
fuck it. I'm
fucking
just saying.
cringe.
My next one is Blake comes back in FPL. Like I'm jumping the gun. That's my one too, bro. Like you can put it maybe somewhere else, so it's not back to back FPL, but that's my one, bro. That's my one.
I like that.
Okay, you want to add that too? Okay,
Yeah, I do.
because I have mine here. I just put mine in. I just put mine in right here. But Blake, we could switch it up.
Bruno had last moment.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good. Put mine next to that. Put mine next to that.
Okay.
That's good
I got
too.
Bruno head loss moment. I think it's bound to happen at least once a year, and I know we're gonna know when it happens because Blake is gonna immediately be in the group chat to say, "This is why he could never captain my team. This is why he can never be Manchester United cap. This is why he's terrible."
Like I'd love him in my team right now. I'll be honest. Like, I'm like,
So what was yours again, Blake?
Blake. I don't know how to put it on the bingo card.
So
but
what's a
it's-
comeback?
Yeah.
What does the Badia Shield manager consider a comeback?
Just above Miles, ain't it? Oh, bye. Simple as.
Blake finishes above Miles.
Yeah.
Impossible. I like that. There you go. Some things are just not bound to happen, but it's fine.
Okay, bet. Okay, bet. Okay, bet.
Mate, it's 150 points. Like, I'm trying to help
Okay,
you,
bet.
but
Mountains are there to be climbed, like you said, bro. Let's go.
There.
all right then.
Okay, it's my turn. So I was thinking about what I could do. Talk about mine. This is sort of related in aspects to what Antoine said 2 predictions ago, and I kind of went bold, a little crazier than just going for like a safer guess. But I said that 2 out of 2 of the 3 European competitions will be won by Italian teams this year.
I like that a lot.
Ooh.
Like
2 out of
sneaky
3.
Champions League from like from
An
one of the
Inter?
teams. Yeah. And
Like an internal Lazio type thing?
like Lazio low key just like that's feels like a lock, but yeah. And then maybe I think there's there's Fiorentina in
It is
conference,
true. And you know, Fiorentina has won the conference league before, so
that's true.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
Interesting.
That's a bold one. That's a really
Yeah.
bold one. I kind of like it though.
Yeah, it's good.
All right then.
I could. I like.
That's
I
such
could
a
see
random one.
I could see
It is
Milan
very
doing
random.
something too, eh?
Yeah.
Milan with
Yeah,
the new
like-
coach. I like that.
Riding this hot streak that they're on after their little cup. Yeah, I don't know. I could.
LeBron
see.
James' stalker's shining right now.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it's not
Sergio
good.
Conceição, bro, just leading the way.
I mean,
We'll
people.
see.
It's happened before. It's happened with Chelsea. Why not now? You know what I mean?
Okay. All right then. See, bro, we could have easily come up with 25.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, one of mine was already taken up, so we can. That's fine.
All right. Antoine, we're going back to you. What's your final
This
one?
one's very broad. I made this one broad so that there's more chances that it happens. I put down a legend announces his retirement.
That's almost
I'm
bound to
looking at
happen, isn't it?
I'm looking at the Neymars. I'm looking at the Modric's. Maybe the Messi's announces his retirement after the World Cup in 2026. Something like that. An announcement's coming out from one of the legends of the sport.
Okay.
Or even a
I see that.
legendary coach. Maybe an Ancelotti.
True.
I'm sure we'll move the goalpost when it happens. But yeah, I can see this.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. Valid one. Valid
Had to
one.
go on the last one, you know.
Any predictions on who specifically, or
I think the safest pick is Modric, but I'm gonna put down. Nah, let's just do Modric.
I think Vardy even.
Vardy could, yeah. I didn't think Premier League, yeah.
are we is he legend?
Yeah, he's a
He's
legend.
a Premier League. He's a
He's
Premier
a
League.
Prem legend, bro.
The Premier League legend.
Cult
I mean,
hero.
like Aduriz is a La Liga legend, but like,
Yeah.
is he a football legend?
yeah,
He's an English football legend. I'll
bro,
even
and
take
no,
that one out,
and
'cause he also-
no,
also
Vardy
won
is
the
a
FA Cup.
Vardy's a footballing legend. Has the most consecutive goals scored in the Premier League in history. And won the title with the most unexpected title in the history of sports. Yes, he's a legend.
Okay, sure. Okay, my next one is a little bit out there, but it also has to do with recent news that I've seen in the past day or two. It's very out there. Elon Musk buys a team.
Okay. You know what? I rate it. I rate it.
There have been reports in the past couple of days that he was looking into buying Liverpool, and I don't know if I see that happening because apparently he has family from Liverpool, like that's where he comes from, and
Okay.
like apparently like his dad or something was saying that he'd be interested in buying Liverpool, but I don't think he buys Liverpool. I think he ends up being part of like a consortium that buys like an Auxerre or something random like that, you know. So I got Elon Musk buys a team.
Cool.
I like this one, guys.
I like it too.
It's good.
How would that affect a team, do you think? Like a big club? Because Elon Musk doesn't really know footy, does he? Would it be like
I
more
don't
of
think he
a-
knows footy.
You guys,
I
I'm
think it's
sure
like
you
a
guys
bully
have
type
seen
of
the
thing.
memes about if he bought Liverpool, what would happen with certain players. Not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. I'll tell you that much.
Would they be like, like a little Tesla sponsorship? Little
Like
That'd be
probably.
sick. I mean, actually,
That'd be cool.
SpaceX.
yeah.
That'd be cool.
SpaceX.
Maybe that if one of the guys gets misses a sitter, he gets sent to Mars and doesn't get to return.
That's funny.
Yeah. So
I could also see
That's-
Elon
that's
being a
good.
little bit busy with other things this year, but hey.
True.
Okay, who is it now, Blake? Go on.
Yeah, I mean, mine's kind of lame, but it's an Arsenal one. Do we have a lot of Arsenal ones? Not kind of.
I have an Arsenal one too. Shit, I don't have a number 5 though. Okay, go on. Go
Well,
ahead.
mine was just gonna be Arsenal finally signing an attacker.
That's,
Well, that's
so
like-
that's so
That's like-
bland.
Is it though? Because
That's
it's
like
no,
100%.
a
Dog,
good attacker.
that's
a
bad.
good attacker. A good attacker.
No, that's
a number
bad,
9?
dude.
I don't think
Like
that's
a-
that bad. Chaos can change it. Fine. Like I can think of something else. If you guys just hate my
Like a number 9, you mean?
Yeah, sure. Like they signed a
That's
9.
just bound to happen,
But
though.
that's
It's
a lot.
just-
Alright.
It's a
I mean,
lock, dude.
Antoine said that it hasn't happened in 3 years, and I should hate Arteta for doing it. But apparently now it's a
5.
lock.
5.
Okay, doesn't make much sense to me. But okay, fine. Nottingham Forest make top 4. Fuck it.
Okay, then.
No,
All right.
Bournemouth make Europe. Bournemouth make Europe. Bournemouth make Europe.
Jesus Christ.
Why did you scream that?
Because it just popped into me. Bournemouth make Europe, bro. Bournemouth make Europe. Up the cherries, bro. Are you kidding me, bro?
What the fuck was
Hey,
that?
what just happened?
Man,
Man,
that was insane. Holy shit.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah.
Relax.
No, you all suck, bro. You actually all suck. You told me to relax, and first of all, you're very passionate. You're very like, and then relax. Like, do you want what the fuck do you want from me? Genuinely, what do you want from me? Fuck.
what is this crash out right now?
God damn, I'm hangry, guys. I'm so hungry.
Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
so hungry. Like it's crazy.
Okay, Miles. End us off.
Yeah, I have a boring one. When we look back at this at the beginning
Bro,
of
yours have been so
2026,
boring, man. You've been so boring.
2026, Arsenal will be at the top of the league in the Prem.
Like at some point.
No, at the end, like when we're looking at this,
By
So-
December 31st, like on December 31st,
like going
Like,
into
they'll
the
be
new
top of the
year,
league.
They'll be top of the league.
Oh,
okay, sure.
The fuck is that?
Arsenal.
Yeah, that's pretty stinky.
That is really
sorry.
stinky.
Arsenal will sign a number 9. Shut the fuck up.
Bro,
tried.
you didn't even say they're gonna win the league. You didn't even do that with your chest. You said
No, I'm sorry. We're
Because
not.
they
we're not
won't
taking
win
that
the
one.
league.
All right,
Blake.
one
all due
point
respect,
in the
we're
year
not
they'll
taking
be
that one
top.
either.
Plus, we also have Blake turns Arteta out. Like we kind of like this is not a good strategy here to have both.
Yeah,
You know?
no, we can't
Yeah,
do
no,
that.
we're not
can't do
taking that. We're not taking that. We're not taking that. I apologize.
We're not. All right.
Yeah,
With
we
all-
can't
with
do
all
that.
due
Leave
Leave it
respect, we
blank
aren't doing
by
that.
the end of this
Do Miles.
episode.
Miles, where's this first kick?
How about,
I like
we
that
do a
one.
little follower goal?
Follower goal. Ooh.
He doesn't even know how many we have.
No, I do. I'd say
Or no, I'm kind of like we get someone on the pod. We get like someone. We get
oh yeah, that's good. I like that. What about
get-
we
we get a
get
football. We get a footballing personality on the pod.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Footballing personnel. Should we just say footballer?
Plug it.
Logan. Sure.
Do we say we send it? Okay. Footballer. Oh my goodness.
Hey,
Blake, you're gonna have to use your connections.
Stephen Caldwell is technically a footballer, so he could.
Exactly. Footballer comes on the
Does he know?
pod.
Does he know about the 6ixYB?
Absolutely.
Nah, I didn't really plug it. I'm sorry, lads.
That's all good. Hey, that's all good.
But I have the. I can. Yeah.
I like this one. Okay. Good
Damn, let's
suggestion.
Let's go
Miles.
through it one more time.
Guys, this is class.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie.
So
This is hidden.
for our
Also-
audio listeners,
Also,
Okay.
it starts and ends with 6YB. I like that. The
Exactly.
bingo card start. I like that.
so for our audio listeners, going from start to beginning, our bingo card says a 6YB live stream. Man City charges come to nothing. Miles curses Arsenal. That's a lock. Ange gets sacked. That's even more of a lock. Leon win the Europa League. I don't know who was smoking when they said that.
All
one.
right, dude. Like
Blake
seriously?
turns Arteta out. Milan announcer goes viral again.
I was
a
such
weird
a
one,
log, dude.
That's such a weird one. Isak breaks Premier League transfer record.
I like that.
Anto goes
I like
back
that
to
one.
back on FPL.
Obviously.
Bruno head loss moment. Blake comes back in FPL. Impossible. 2 out of 3 UEFA Cups won by Italian teams. Legend announces retirement. Elon Musk buys a team. Bournemouth make Europe. And footballer comes on the pod. Great job, lads. Great job.
I think my favorite one on here might be the Italian teams one.
Thank you. I was
That's
gonna
like
say,
really niche.
It's
I like
niche,
that.
but like it can happen too.
yeah.
You know
Can I
what? I
add
was
in-
expecting like a little Wrexham prediction in there from Miles. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Like a little Ted Lasso shout.
Mm.
I wish I want to if we could change one of them, like maybe like
We could change them.
one of 6YB's videos hits 1 million views. Like maybe one that a video.
I was
that is released in
considering
May.
that actually.
Yeah.
I was considering that.
We don't have a 1 million view video yet, eh?
We don't.
No.
Not across
Close.
anything.
I mean, you can
Close.
replace.
like
the
that,
Milan
actually.
one if you want.
No. Let's. No.
You like that one, low key. You fuck with that one, low key.
Okay, which one are we replacing?
Over what?
Can we replace mine, which is Ange gets sacked?
No, that one.
That one's good.
It is
Hold
a
on.
lock, to be fair.
Which one do we? Hold on.
Isak breaks Premier League transfer record. I don't love that one.
Yeah,
Low-key,
sure.
Take out
Um,
Legend announces retirement. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
to happen, you know?
Yeah. Okay. All right. 1 million view 6YB video. Boom. There you
Cha-ching.
go.
Perfect.
I think this is a lock personally.
I hope so.
hell, don't curse.
I don't know what does it though. Like, do we like run back a
Alhamdulillah.
game that just does well, or is it going to be like a dead take from
Blake
one of
and
us?
Julian get into a fist fight over an argument.
Wow, that's a
probably-
lot. Over under hats thrown at Julian.
Reality dance show gets it on live on video with poor soul. That'd be fun. Frenchman
Oh,
gets
man.
beat to a pulp by local Toronto man. Anyways, okay.
All right.
Great job, guys. This is interesting. I look forward to looking back at this in 1 year.
Yeah, that's good.
Can't wait to see the absolute locks we just produced come back and,
Oh,
and
yeah.
make us
That's
look
like
like geniuses.
0 out
in
of
a year.
16 hit.
No.
No.
No, okay. 6YB live, like we're pretty certain is happening.
Yeah, that's
Right.
gonna happen.
That's a lot.
Man City charge come to nothing. Probably. Let's be real.
Yeah.
80% chance.
1 million view video, like that's definitely a lock. You know, footballer
There's
comes
no-
on the pod. Like Blake can reach out.
Sure. Sure.
Like
All right,
massive,
everybody. Well, this is our bingo card. If you're watching, thank you for watching. If you're listening, come watch. We're gonna be posting this over on our Instagram as well. Probably a little prettier than it is looking right now. So go follow us over there at 6YardBox. And everybody, this is the end of another episode, lads. An hour and 10 has gone by pretty quick.
Okay, I have to do this because we do it every episode. Do a quick FPL roundup because you forgot, but you have to do it. This is how you know I'm a good person. This is how you know I'm a good person, okay?
That is true.
Fair enough.
So
Fair
I-
enough.
I don't want to do it. We suck. So, this is me saying, hello, everyone. Don't ever be mean to me again when I'm hungry because you guys are assholes. So,
When I'm hungry. All right. Yeah, I got it up right here. Let's
but
go.
not the long version. Let's get the short and sweet version. I don't need to see the fact that I'm under average again for like the 8th week.
Antoine, you want to lead? Do
Sorry?
you want to lead?
Y'all gonna do this? All right. This was a great week in FPL for everybody, for this 6YB gang. In 4th place, we have, unfortunately, roll of the dice
Why are you
so
laughing?
with
It's getting
54.
words for him, man.
That's 10 points under.
Why
Notable
are you
stars
laughing?
are
Put on a Tottenham jersey, you loser. Like,
What the
God
fuck are you
damn,
laughing at, Miles? I won
I just
FPL
didn't
last
know.
week.
I just didn't know that I thought you was
Notable
much closer
stars:
than me.
Cole Palmer, Bruno Fernandes, Alexander Isak, and Mohamed Salah captain. In hindsight, not a bad team, but the defense just looks shambolic.
This is
Enzo
where
Fernandez
we
with a
went
1
wrong.
pointer and Joao Pedro with a 9-pointer on the bench. That has to hurt for sure.
Yeah, it was. I was between Mikalenko and Joao Pedro, and I made the wrong decision.
In third place this week, Shiabadia Chile with 52 points. Big shout of keeping Mark Flecken for the 6-pointer after he got after he went off with an injury 2 games ago. Pedro Porro with a 4-pointer. Mohamed Salah captain, obviously. How could you not? Cole Palmer 10-pointer. Chris Wood, it's still in the team. Great shout. I like that. Rest of the team kind of shaky. I don't know why Andy Robertson in there, but hey, we don't judge. We don't judge over here. Then second place, and honestly on a little bit of a roll ever since school has ended. No more Mr. Nice Cat, Miles Alberga. Mohamed Salah with 7 points, made the right captaincy choice with Cole Palmer 20 points. Then Anthony Gordon and Alex Isak.
But
Great
this team
combo
is
that
shit.
one.
I'm sorry. This team is
Great
fucking terrible.
Hey, Gordon Isak is a great combo to own. I'm sorry.
Mate, look at he's running a back 5 with Konsa. What is he doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
This is what I'm saying, lads. Like the gods
Why
are not. The
why did
odds
you?
are not
Why
in my
the?
favor,
Why
man.
the hell did you buy this man?
I came second of the week. Who gives a fuck? You came below me, bro. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, 55 points, still below average. Let me just preface that.
Yeah, like, shut the fuck up.
And then first place this week, obviously. I low-key thought I'd had a really bad week, but then I saw your scores. Backline did nothing. Keeper did nothing. Mo Salah 14 points. Amad Diallo, give me the points. Bruno Fernandes, Cole Palmer, Joao Pedro, Alex Isak. Thank you very much.
I think we all got red arrows this week, like overall.
Yeah.
Well, that's a fucking that's expected for me, man. That just it's becoming a sore sight, man.
All right, we don't have FPL next week because we'll be covering FA Cup, but then we'll get back to it. And I'm making a comeback. Don't
Are you
worry,
serious right
Antoine.
now? We're covering FA Cup?
Well, I mean, like, what else is there? Well, I mean, when we're back in studio on Monday, like, we're not going to be going too hard on FA Cup, but we have our segment. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anyways,
Have to
lads,
pitch that.
thank you for reminding me of that, Blake. Now we can end off this episode. Everybody, another fantastic week in football. A bit painful for some of us, but I hope you enjoyed our little bingo card segment. Again, go check it out on Instagram. We'll be posting more stuff like it. And everybody, again, thank you for listening, and we will see you in studio next week. Take us away, Blake.
We out.
Yep.